Hi, MJ here from mynexttablet.com. Today with an unboxing of the brand new Google Pixel tablet. Alright, let's start the unboxing of the Google Pixel tablet that is available in the United States and in Europe now, starting at $499 in the United States and 679 euros in Europe. And included is the dock at that price. So let's get the unboxing started, and inside the box, which is pretty thick, we have the tablet itself first. Then we get a quick start guide and also the warranty paper stuff. Then we've got the dock, which is a pretty important part of this package. And then we get a charger for the dock, but there's no charger for the tablet. So you can charge it using USB-C, but for that you have to use your own cable and charger or buy a new one extra for that. Alright, about a day has passed since I shot the first part of this video, and I already ran a benchmark, played a game, watched quite a bit of YouTube, listened to YouTube music, and also tried out Netflix. And now I can tell you a bit more about the Google Pixel tablet here, and we're starting with the design. First off, we've got an 11-inch display here. Around it are symmetrical wide screen bezels, which is quite rare recently. We haven't seen wide screen bezels since quite a while. At the front here, we're getting an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, and then we also have an 8-megapixel camera on the back. There's no wide-angle camera, no depth sensor, and not even an LED flash, as you can see. Then we got the Google logo here, and then 4 pins for the dock that is included. And this at first sight, at first feel, doesn't feel like metal, but it's actually a metal body, and it has a nice little bit softish coating, which also seems to prevent fingerprints really well. On the bottom here, we've got 2 kind of rubber feet things, which I am not sure what they are for, because when you connect it to the dock, these feet don't touch the bottom like the table, but of course you can place it like this on the table if you want to. Then when we go further around the tablet, we get a microphone and 2 speakers on this side and 2 other speakers here, and the sound quality of those speakers is pretty good but not amazing. It's lacking a bit of a bass. However, once you connect it to the dock, the sound is really good, like better than all tablets, because we've got a really nice speaker here, which sounds really well, like much better than a tablet, but I'm not sure how it sounds compared to other home docks, because I haven't tried all the smart docks that are available. But the bass with this one gets really strong for a tablet. Then when we go further around the device, we get a USB-C 3.2 port here, which should allow you to also connect external monitors. I will test that. You can also charge the tablet using this port, but like I said at the beginning, you've got to get an extra charger for that. And then, we don't get a headphone jack. There's no MicroSD card slot, no SIM card slot, because there's not even an LTE or 5G version. But what we do get is a fingerprint scanner here, which is integrated into the home button, similar to the Apple iPad Air and Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. It works pretty well. Then we get a volume rocker here. And yes, you don't unlock it using facial recognition, you use the fingerprint. This tablet is 8.1 millimeters thin and weighs 493 grams. And let's check out the dock that, like I said, is included. And you can also buy it extra at around $100, a bit more than $100. And what you could do is put a dock in your living room, into your bedroom, into the kitchen, into your bathroom. And then you've got a dock in every room, and you can always connect your tablet to it magnetically. It works very well. Once you connect it, the tablet is floating a bit, and of course it gets charged while it's connected. And like I said, the speakers are really good, like compared to other tablets, really good. But of course you can get better speakers, like standalone speakers, if you would want one. But for the dock, it's pretty good. So what else can I say about this dock? Once you connect it, you can use the tablet pretty much like any smart display. Of course, it's using the Google Assistant. And about the Google Assistant, I don't have that much more to say. Basically, it works like every other Google Assistant that you can also use with your phone, with your other tablets. And with it, you can, tell it to open some music in Google Music and YouTube Music or Spotify or whatever, you can tell it to start YouTube and also play a YouTube video. There's a Google TV widget here, which at least in Europe does not support Netflix, interestingly. And yeah, another interesting aspect is that you can use this Pixel tablet as a Chromecast receiver. So let's say you've got it connected to the dock and maybe it's somewhere on a shelf in your living room, then you can use your phone and Chromecast music video on there or a movie and then watch something. That's quite interesting, and we have not seen that before in any tablet to date. So far I've only used Chromecast receivers, which are TVs, or a Chromecast stick. All right, and then let's get to the 11-inch display here. It's 11 inches, it's fully laminated, of course, and it's a pretty nice screen. It's 500 nits bright, which makes it similar bright as the iPad Air and also as bright as the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. However, the iPad Pro is a little bit brighter. We get a resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixels, which means that icons and text look very sharp, so that is nice. Viewing angles are also good, so overall it's a nice screen. Compared to the iPad Pro and Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 series and even the Xiaomi Pad 6, it's missing a high refresh rate. This is a standard 60 Hz screen. There are no 120 Hz or even 90 Hz here, so that is a bit disappointing. However, it has a Wi-Fi level of L1, so you can watch Netflix and other streaming services with HD quality. That's great. Now, Google is not selling an optional pen at the moment. They might, there are some rumors, but you can get a USI 2 pen, which I have here. I bought this Lenovo USI 2 pen for a Chrome OS tablet, and it works with the Google Pixel tablet. It does not have to be this Lenovo one here. All USI 2 pens should work with this tablet. And this pen is pretty nice. It's charged with a battery, like you get a battery, put it in, and then you can use it. You don't have to connect it at all. It just works out of the box. And I wrote a little bit with it already, draw a little bit with it, and it's fine. It's certainly okay, like there's no major big flaw that I saw so far. However, it's also not on the same level as the Apple Pencil or Samsung S Pen, and even the Xiaomi Pen seems to be a bit better. That's only my first impression, but based on my first impression, the Apple Pencil and Samsung S Pen are much more precise, and especially there's more pen-optimized software for Samsung and Apple tablets out there. And also the Microsoft Slim Pen seems to be a bit better. Now, I will test the pen more for my final review, of course, but my first impression is that it's just okay and not amazing. But it's nice to see that you can get a pen for this tablet. Now let's get to the internal hardware. Inside the Google Pixel tablet sits the Google Tensor G2 chipset that is developed by Google and Samsung together. And we also get 8 GB of RAM, and depending on the version, 128 or 256 GB of internal storage. And like I said, there's no 4G or 5G version. You can see my Geekbench 5 benchmark comparison here, and what's quite interesting to see is that it is more powerful than upper mid-range tablets like the Lenovo Tab P11 Pro Gen 2, and also in some benchmarks better than the Xiaomi Pad 6, which is another really upper mid-range tablet. But you can also see that it sits below the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, which is over a year old already. And it is much weaker than the iPad 10, iPad Air, and iPad Pro, of course. So this, performance-wise, is more often really upper mid-range tablet or lower premium tablet, but certainly no very high-end tablet. However, you can play games with it. You can see me playing PUBG Mobile here. And PUBG Mobile you can set to Ultra HD settings, similar to the iPad 10, for instance, and other high-end Android tablets. So as a gaming tablet, it will perform well. You will be able to play almost all games with quite high graphic settings, but for years to come, maybe it won't be the case with all higher-end games, since it's just not that high up on the ladder performance-wise. But in real life, I didn't see any stutters so far. Alright, let's get to the software. Regarding the software, I don't have that much to say because it is running standard Android 13. And we can see that here it's Android version 13. Since this is a Google tablet, I'm expecting that they will release updates for many years to come. I'm not sure how many, but I hope it will be many years to come. And on top of Android 13, they optimized the interface a little bit compared to standard vanilla Android 13. For instance, we're getting this little dock here at the bottom. You can always swipe it up, and no matter which app you are, you can open two apps side by side, of course. But besides that, it's basically standard vanilla Android. Nothing too special, nothing crazy, no special features for a pen or keyboard. There's no official keyboard at the moment, so basically it's standard vanilla Android. The main feature is the Google Assistant, which you can also get on other devices, but it looks pretty nice connected to this hub here. So much about the software. Alright, that's it already with my unboxing. My first impressions of this tablet are twofold. At first, I was a little bit disappointed because, for instance, there are sometimes some smaller issues compared to very high-end tablets like the iPad Pro and Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. For instance, the transition from the screen to the body is just not as high-end as on other high-end tablets. We only get one single camera here on the back. There's not even an LED flash, no ultra-wide-angle camera or anything like that. The fingerprint sensor is fine. The build quality otherwise is also fine. The display is pretty good, but it's lacking 120 Hz. The processor is pretty good, but it's lacking a really high top performance. And the software, that is really good. What I actually like, and doing testing this tablet for about a day now, what I learned to like is this dock here, because with this dock, this tablet is a little bit more interesting. It's basically a 2-in-1. It's a tablet and a smart display. And when I'm listening to music or watching a movie and then connect it to the dock here, the sound gets a bit better, like there's a lot of bass boost, which is really nice to see. And I can imagine it being a nice little home smart device and also a tablet if you need one. But I really would like to test this tablet further before I give a final verdict, because I will be comparing it to the iPad Pro, Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, the iPad 10. This tablet does have some really strong competitors, and the only really unique selling point is this dock. Otherwise, it is not that interesting compared to the competition. So yeah, wait for my final review of this tablet before you buy it. But so far, I couldn't see any major flaw. Basically, it seems to be a fine tablet with one unique selling point, and everything else seems to be okay. But I'm excited to test it properly now. Alright, that's been my unboxing and first impressions of the Google Pixel tablet. Subscribe to this channel if you're interested in a comparison with the iPad Pro and Air, and of course with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 tablets. It will be a very interesting video to compare those tablets against the Google Pixel tablet.